And we can't hear you, brother.
My bad. Let me restart that again. Welcome to another week of Manifestations 2020. So great. It's a bitter and sweet moment this week. We have a great show for you guys tonight. It is our last show for the year, and we wanted to make a good one going into the new year. So tonight's show is about vision boards, taking it to that next level, standing on business for all of 2024. Um, but it is a great, it's a bitter moment because it is the last show of the year to close out 2023, which has been an amazing year for Manifestations for us. Throughout the whole year, we had so many great guests, so many great people that has commented on the show, so many great feedback, so many great interaction, communication, and future networking and broadcasting with other people in different platforms. So it's been an amazing year. I couldn't wish for a better year. I think it was just phenomenally dope, and so much looking forward to 2024, where we have so many great things coming. And like we said last week, we have Major that is doing the artwork, the new artwork for us, and the song. So you guys look forward to that in 2024. So many other things that we have coming up, special guests that we were supposed to have in 2023, but because of their schedule was pretty hectic, so we definitely going to get them on board for 2024. That I promise you, that will happen. So we're looking forward to it, man. But tonight is Christmas Eve, leading into the next year. It's a special night for everybody. Hopefully, everybody's with their family and their families, sound and safe, away from the outside chaos. I'm also glad that Christmas falls on a Monday, so you get to enjoy the extra festivities of the Sunday and then don't have to worry about going and waking up to the craziness on Monday morning. So let's enjoy that special night tonight with us. So grateful, and thank you for at least coming in tonight when you could be doing other things and sharing other moments, especially with your friends and family. So we appreciate that. We don't take that for granted. You guys do ride out with us. I know sometimes we do get a little long winded and we can carry on for hours, but you guys still stay here from the beginning to the end. And we graciously thank you for having so much patience and giving us so much grace and giving us affirmations and just a warm welcoming and comfort of knowing that what we're doing here, what we built, is to empower and help our people in a positive direction. So again, kudos more to you, the fans, the listeners, and everybody out there, because you guys are the real MVPs that keep the show like this going on. As much platforms they have out there that just promote all the BS and the negative narratives, you guys enjoy this platform, and that says a lot. So, with that being said, I definitely want to hand it over to my fellas and let them share their piece before we get into tonight's topic. Just to reflect back on the shows, let everybody know, how this year has been good for you guys so far. The pros, the cons, whatever's on your mind. Just let the folks out there know what your thoughts are.
Major, can't hear a thing you're saying, bro. You got that Anthony disease tonight too.
Oh, no, that was me. I had him on mute. My bad.
Oh man, okay. What's going on, fam? How's everything? How's everybody? Hope y'all good. It's been a great year. It's been a wild one, man. We launched on January 1st, 2023, and it's been a hell of a ride so far, man. It's been nice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have come on. People have told me how much we've touched them, how much they appreciate our content, how much they appreciate us, how much they appreciate the positive message that we're putting forth, and so on. I'm looking forward to next year and the opportunity to expand the platform even more. I think it's very fitting that we're ending the year with a show with where we're talking about vision boards and setting goals going forward. Um, it's true manifestation style. We always try to tailor make our shows to what's most appropriate for the moment. So I think that's dope. And I'm just glad that y'all are still rocking with us, and I'm looking forward to growing the audience and expanding our conversations into even more deep things. You know, even more pertinent and relevant thinking of what men are feeling out here. It's really important that it's done, and more importantly, that it's done the right way. You got a lot of people out here that like to pander and bullshit, and you know they like to engage a lot of the ratchet nonsense, you know, and we just not on that. You know, we really sincerely want to present answers, you know, and we want to present black men in the best positive light. And a lot of people are telling us that we're doing just that. So I'm really glad to be here. And I say, let's keep banging. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
100%. Bobby.
Absolutely. Um, Salutations, greetings, everybody. Definitely feel the sentiments echoed by Major just now. Uh, it's amazing how quickly a year can come and go like that. When you're busy, when you're active, when you're productive, and when you're making moves.
Yeah.
And we've been able to go ahead and really, hit the ground running since January, consistently dropping a lot of fire content. We've been getting a lot of love, a lot of support from you guys, the listeners. We've had a whole bunch of new people to come on board and join the program since then and get along with us. And we're really excited for what the new year is coming with. So I think we've been pretty diverse in our subjects, the things we've gone over. We've had a lot of funny moments, a lot of comic moments, but gone down. We've had some serious talks, some real deep, thorough conversation about some stuff. We've had some really good guests on that have been able to share a bit of who they are, really introduce themselves to you guys. And overall, we really believe that we have made an impact this year, and we're hoping to go ahead and take it up to the next level next year because we don't believe in just, being a little drop. We try to disrupt the whole thing. We're trying to flip the whole table on its head. And so we're looking to go deeper, bring better guests on next year, have some better subjects, deeper conversations, and get more interactive with you guys because as I said before, we're not doing this because we like to hear the sounds of our own voices. The goal is to make an impact. The goal is to affect the culture in a positive way to push it forward. And we're going to do that. And we're looking for you guys to be partners in what we're doing. This isn't just about us. This is for you guys. This is for the society. This is for the culture. This is for the people. So those of us who've been with us from day one, we appreciate you guys so much. Those of you all who found your way to us over the course of the year, we're grateful for you. Continue to go ahead and spread the word, and we're looking to grow and become an even more major movement in the years to come. So appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Hey.
Super dope. Both gentlemen broke it down expeditiously about how, everything just needs to, come from that. Everything comes from everybody that's out here, just telling us exactly how impactful this platform is. And that is about the biggest goal that we had was to make sure that we created something that was very positive and impactful for the people because we were tired of seeing the same dusty behavior from both men and women out here. So kudos to us doing what we set out to do, and kudos for you guys embracing it and solidifying what we have put on path to be something so worthy. All right. So now, definitely want to get into tonight's show, which is vision boards. And we're going to go into the contents of it as far as what is vision boards, because a lot of people didn't know what vision boards is. There are people out there that haven't done a vision board before. Then there's people that have done multiple vision boards because once they did it one time, they understood the essence and the basic construct of a vision board. and how much impactful it was in their lives in achieving the goals.
Mhm.
Because a vision board, as you know, vision is what you see. So it's a visual of what you see getting done. So I definitely want to go into a couple of the definitions tonight. We're definitely going to start off with this definition. So, what does a vision board do? All right. So, vision boards let you visualize your success. By regularly looking at your vision board, you immerse yourself in a visual representation of what you want or hope to achieve. This helps create a positive and powerful image in your mind, making it easier to believe in your ability to achieve your goals. All right. Next one. So what are the 5 categories of a vision board? So the 5 categories, the style board keeps you focused, right? And it's wealth, career, health, learning, spirituality, family. Use these categories to decide what goes in each. Then every time you take a peek at your vision board, you'll always know where to look. All right.
Yo.
The next one we have is, what do I need to make a vision board? So, how to make a vision board? A board for your base, which you can get from any store, as far as you can go to Office Depot, you can go to Walmart, you can even go to CVS and Walgreens. They have them on the shelves as well. Um, and you can pick up a board, base board, and grab that, grab some scissors. Depending on your base, you can use push pins, tapes, or glues, or magnet or clips to secure your images. So that's based on what type of board you have. You can have a regular paper board. You can also do a magnetic board. So whatever it is, you just get the accessories that go along with the type of board that you purchase. You have images or objects that resonate with you or your goals that can be placed on your board. So you have, if you have little figurines, you can put that on there. But mostly people use cutouts. So you can either draw it, or you can cut it out. Whether you Google it on the internet, and then you can go to Office Depot, print them out, or you can print them out at the printer at your house, depending on what your situation is, if you have a printer or not. So you Google it, Google your images, everything about your goal that you're trying to achieve, print it out, cut it out, and then you can place it on your board, whether you're using the stickers, tape, glue, whatever the case may be, to hold it down against that base you have. Yeah, you can use stickers, markers, or any other extras you want to add if you choose or wish so. All right. Next up, we have, uh, does a vision board work, or is it just bogus? So, why do people talk about vision boards? Do they really work, or is it just a talking point? Well, it all depends on yourself and how you are. Some people feel like they have to be visual, they have to see things in order for it to come to fruition. So, vision boards for mostly people that are achieve like in that way or learn in that way, pretty much the vision boards work for them. Some people feel like vision boards don't work for them. They might be on their own goal. They might have a different way of achieving their goals, or whatever the procedures they go about it. But it's up to the person on how you take it, right? So it could work for you, or it could just be another thing that is just, you feel like it's not all that for you. It all depends on the person. So if you think vision boards are bogus, then the joke's on you. They work, and they're actually a real simple explanation of why they work so well. Creating a sacred space that displays what you want actually does bring to life. What we focus on expands. So, like I said, this is just a generalization of it. Everybody learns different. Like I told people before, you have some people that learn out of the books, and then you have some people, they have to physically do the instructions by hand in order for them to catch on and learn it. So it's all based on how your brain reacts, what is best for you. All right. Next up, Vision board. What is a vision board? A vision board is usually a collage of images that represents goals and dreams. It can include cutout pictures from magazines and words that help inspire you to manifest your dreams and get where you want to go. They have a complete guide of how to manifest your dreams and goals as well. All right, go about it in whatever fit fashion you feel is the best for you. Um, what is the purpose of vision boards? Vision boards can be used to condense your thoughts, help you to see the concepts behind your goals, and allow you, in a way, to see wider trends. And the last but not least is with pictures and words. It's an inspirational, motivational, aspiring tool to push you towards your goals, dream, aspirations over the next 12 months. And that's very key because some vision boards, you can do vision boards from a year, like just 12 months, or you could do vision boards that go from 2 to 3 years, or you could do a vision board for 5 years, or you could do a vision board in 10 years. It all depends on what you're trying to achieve and your personal goal on how long it's going to take you to achieve it, or how long do you want to achieve it. I like to do vision boards for the whole year, the 12 months, because I like to just get things. It motivates me to get it done at a speed and a rate that I feel is comfortable for me to do. If I sit back and prolong it, more than likely I won't get it accomplished. So I like to just tackle it, get on it, and get it on out the way and accomplish it and get on to the next one. But everybody's different. That's the same reason with it's the same concept as going to college. You have some people that go to college full time, and you have some people that go to college part time. So whatever fits your schedule, or however you feel like the time frame it is, it all depends on you. These are your goals, and whatever time limit you have for it to achieve it is on you. It's nobody else but you. This is to improve yourself. So whatever pace you choose to improve yourself, that's on you. All right. So we're definitely going to give you. This is a sample of a vision board. All right. So this person had a visual board. They had successful, creative, degree. They wanted to lose weight. They do yoga, glow, faith. They wanted to pray more. Um, they had words of inspiration to say that they are enough. That's to build up self-esteem, their self-worth. They have a picture of the Eiffel Tower. I guess traveling, relax. They're very grateful. They want to be in love. That's part of their vision. That's their goals. And they have plastered everything that they wanted up there to achieve. All right. The next one we have up here is this one. So it's intentional, RV living. They wanted to do the RV living, to become stronger. They wanted to be a fighter, just in case they might have been a person that get pushed over or consider a passover, and they want to be, tougher on things and things like that. They want to make sure that they're a doer. So all of these words are just inspiring them, to encourage them to be a better person. And they wanted to tackle that throughout the whole year of, as you can see, 2017. All right, so now we have the vision boards, and you see the samples of them. We're definitely going to give you our specific vision boards. So I'll go first. My vision board for 2024 looks like this. So I'll break it down. The top left corner. So normally when I do a physical vision board, it does look like this. And the reason why I like it like this is because if you notice the space underneath where I'm describing the picture, I normally leave that space blank. And the reason I leave that space blank is that every time that I successfully completed that goal of what I was trying to accomplish, I would write the date of when I accomplished that underneath.
Nice.
That way, it let me know how long it took me to accomplish it and when I accomplished it. So when you reflect back, you can see, you know, how you did and the time you put into it and how fast you were able to knock it out. That's how I was able to get my radio station up and pumping, my clothing line up and running. So many different goals that I had accomplished. I was able to do that because I put the picture up and I said, you know, it's going to get done this year, but I didn't wait to the end of the year. I just made sure every time on my free time to get things done. And next thing you know, I said, damn, it's up and running. What today's date is. Okay, cool. Go to my vision board and write down. Boom. Now I can work on the next one.
Nice.
All right. So on the top left, I have increased social media followers. So that is something that this year that I want to do for all our platforms that we have, the Manifestation platforms, my More Empowerment platform, definitely all the social media platforms that we have on Twitter, everything I want to be a little bit better with when it comes to increasing followers. I am right now doing the work to study, watching different YouTube videos to show me how to go about the process of being a better content creator, and also how to get people engaged, and also part of the marketing, how to go about marketing strategies. So all of that comes together to increase the social media followers. I think I have 5,000. I want to get to the 5,000 mark for social media followers this year. So that's my goal, the 5K mark. And if I could get 5K, that is superb. Because as you know, right now we're at 200 and something followers. So if I could get to 5K on the platforms across the board, then that's a dang good outcome, right? So I definitely want to do that. That's in the goals for social media following. The next one I have in the middle next to that is enter a bass tournament, right? So as you know, I love fishing. It's part of one of my what you call stress-free self-care activities, one outdoor with nature. I was real good at fishing. I remember when my dad found out that I was a good fisherman when I started living with him, and he used to enter me in these little tournaments around the park. And I've gotten away from those tournaments because I used to win them. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to get back into a tournament. I was following a dude that has dreads and goals, and he goes by the name of Hood Fishing. And Hood Fishing, you can catch him on Instagram. And this dude, this dude is funny, man. Straight hood, goals in his mouth, big Cuban chains out there fishing, and he's pretty good at fishing.
Okay.
And he entered his first bass competition, and he came in third place, which was super dope. That was his first time being in it. And I said right then and there, I said, you know what? I'm going to enter in a bass tournament myself. So definitely want to enter in a bass tournament. That is one of my goals. The next one to that is visit 10 new cities. That's my goal. Visit 10 new cities, 12 months. So it's a little bit of about a city a month. And I can knock that off. So that's my goal, to visit 10 new cities. And the thing about me is I love history. So I will map out what cities I want to visit. But before I get there, I do want to map out the historical part of that city and try to gain as much knowledge from the historical parts. I know I want to hit Louisiana, to go down there to New Orleans. They have a deep, rich history. I know I want to go to Jacksonville. They have a deep history. And there's South Carolina. I want to go to the Geechee Gullies. They have a deep history. So there's different cities that I'm definitely going to hit up and get some of the historical stuff. And as you guys know, as you guys follow us here on the platform, we definitely will update you on my Fraggle Rock travel. Y'all remember Fraggle Rock had the uncle that would write in and tell the fellow Fraggle Rocks that where he was, where he traveled to, and what new things he was seeing that was abnormal. and sharing his ventures back to the Fraggle Rocks that were stuck in the cave. So that's definitely what one of my goals is as well. As you can see, you have down there weapons training. Definitely want to get into some weapons training. Shout out to Amon and the Anonymous Gun Club, doing phenomenal things up there in Houston. So definitely want to get more into the weapons training. I think everybody should get into the weapons training because how the world is turning right now, you definitely want to be in a position to defend yourself just in case anything was to go down. It's better to be prepared than unprepared. So definitely want to be a part of that training as well. 10 new dishes. Definitely want to do 10 new dishes. Uh, Learn a dish a month. Try to cook and master that. I think that's very achievable. Um, I do like to cook, but I do want to expand my portfolio in the cooking realm. So definitely gonna try out 10 new dishes. All right. Release an album, a mixtape. I've been rapping for so
Hey,
long,
All right.
and I've
All
been rapping for
right.
so long, and I've never dropped an album. I have a bunch of singles, so I said, you know what? This year I'm going to creatively sit down and create a nice, thought out album. Shout out to my homeboy Jammer One, who was the one who introduced me to rapping up in Maryland. Definitely be flying back and forth from here to Maryland to record some tracks up there with him. And like I said, I had shout out his album, which to me is one of the best albums that I think dropped this year. And you know, such I'm so proud of him. Phenomenal dude. This is his 12th album, you know, throughout the course of the years. So definitely want to work on my first album with the person who introduced me to rap in the first place. Um, the next one is two new podcasts launching. So as you guys know, I am launching Politically Dope and The Breakdown. So Politically Dope is basically a platform to basically give us more information on the political realm. Definitely doing interviews with some state officials and things like that. And also sorry, just giving the general public basic knowledge of what, how to view what's going on in the political realm, to understand who is your ally and who's your enemy, despite the disguises that they mask on. So it'd be a definitely dope platform that will be launched this year. Breakdown. The Breakdown is a platform that I've done I want to say in 2018. I started it podcast. You guys could still, I'll see if I can find the links. I think it's still up and running, but I gotta find the links. But it was on Spreaker um, platform, and I've done 4 episodes on there, and everybody liked it. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was breaking down everything, whatever it was, social content to even movies, and you know, my thoughts on the movie, what I pulled out of it, the gems out of the movie and stuff like that. So like you guys seen, there was a movie called Leave the World Behind. I told people there was a bunch of gems in there. So with the breakdown, I would, you know, if that was around the time that I launched the breakdown, I would have broke down that whole movie and put it up there for the podcast. And then while you're at work or wherever, you can listen to the breakdowns. You can agree with it. You can see it for what it is, relate to it, or maybe it just puts you in a prospect to make you see things a little differently. Whatever the case may be, that's the point of the breakdown, is to really highlight things that you probably missed yourself, you know. And then in interacting with me, you can also put me up on game with some things that you saw in the film or whatever, and bring it to my attention, and you know, maybe I could update and highlight what you brought to my attention as well. So definitely launching the new 2 podcasts this year. Be on the lookout for that. And the More Empowerment Radio Show. Shout out to the More Empowerment Radio Show. January 2024 will be 2 years that More Empowerment Radio has been up and running.
hey,
I've been just making sure that it was up and running to get the commercials going and things like that. knowing the ins and outs of everything like that. So now that I know the ins and outs, how to run a radio show, learned by myself, um, and I just want to now up it to have a morning show. So early in the morning, like how you have your local radio station have the morning shows where they give you the updates on what's going on, current events, the weather, traffic. That's what I want to start on the More Empowerment radio show. So that's my goal, as well as to create a morning show. So hopefully look out for that as well. And that is my Make It Happen 2024 vision board. All right. So appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Nice.
Definitely. I do want to show some. I do want to show some visuals of it. The breakdown. This is the logo that's gonna go along with the breakdown.
See? Okay.
As you guys know, the DJ, the More Empowerment DJ. This is one of the logos.
Yo, that's hard,
sick.
Man.
That's sick, dog. Shit.
Damn.
Appreciate it. Definitely the clothing line, the More Empowerment clothing line is coming. So, you know, this is one of the logos on that. Here's another one with that. And, you know, as far as the rapping in the studio, just giving you a visual on that end of it as well. All right.
Nice.
So that's it for me. You know what I'm saying? Glad y'all appreciate it.
Nice, brother. Nice. You're doing your thing over there, man.
Trying to, man. Trying to do my thing on, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Dig it.
All right. So we're gonna go into who wants to do this next?
I'll go. I don't have a problem.
All right. Cool. So here's Major's vision board as he breaks it down for us.
Yay. All right, so
a
lot of this is self-explanatory, but some of it not so much. So I'm gonna just go into it a little bit. That first slide up there at the top left-hand corner is, of course, a book. And I've been talking a lot about my book and so forth and so on. And next year, that's when I'm making it a point to complete and publish and actually put out my book.
Hurry up.
Yeah, it's called The Relationship Book of Questions. It's called The Relationship Book of Questions, and it is much needed out here in the dating and relationship environment because people acting a damn fool. They lost their damn minds. So that's number one. That's what I'm going to do next year. I'm going to release my book. Stop wishing, start doing. You know, you see the guys holding a dumbbell there, and that's just tell me to get my ass back in the gym. Like back in the days, I used to be the most fit, the most in shape. Like I was that guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still, you know, pretty much in shape, but it ain't like it was. So I need to really get back to that, you know, and start pushing heavy as far as health and, you know, weight training, being in shape, so forth and so on. And along with that, I'm going to be taking some tactical courses as well. Yeah, man, you got to do it. So you see that guy up there at the right, upper right-hand corner, he's at work. And that's representative or reflective rather of me being at work and finding another job. I'm in a nice little spot right now, or not even necessarily another job, but moving up in my career. Let me put it that way, because I'm cool where I'm at now, but I don't like to get too complacent, let too much grass grow under my feet. You know what I'm saying? So that guy right there, he's, you know, he's on his computer. He doesn't look like he's necessarily in an office building, which I am not. You know what I'm saying? But he's working, and you know, he looks like he's pretty cool, not stressed out, whatever. I want to be that guy, but in a little better position than the one that I'm in now. So I'm going for that big paper. You know what I'm saying? Second row. Let's go through these real quick, touch on them a little bit, right? That one, that first slide there with the ladder and the room with the partially painted walls represents renovation. And that's you know, last year I started renovating my house. and we're about 75, maybe 80% done. So sometime within first quarter next year, I'm looking to complete that. So that's a big deal for me. I mean, this is my first home. I moved my wife in here not too long ago, a couple years, I think like 2 years ago now. And, we've been doing stuff here together. It's a beautiful experience. I love it. We're going to finish that off. Support Black businesses. Yeah. That's a big deal to me. I'm going to really go out of my way on this show and everywhere else I go to promote the hell out of Black businesses, because we need that in Black society. You understand? Yeah. We really need that in Black society. If we had us, we wouldn't need nobody else. You understand what I'm saying? And too many people out there, they don't get it. They don't see that. So I want to really go out of my way to do that. And most importantly, to set the example by being the example. You know what I mean? And, making sure that I'm taking my money and putting it into as many Black businesses as I can in 2024. That's very important. That's imperative. You see, I got the Maybach slide up there. Beautiful car.
Maybach music.
You dig? I'm not sure if I'll get that model, but I'm in the model for a new car. You dig?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll probably knock that out by the end of January. I'm just real picky. So
nice.
I'm gonna jump on something, you know what I'm saying, and get that cracking. You see the baby carriage.
Make sure you get yourself the mink coat to match as well. So if you're gonna do it, don't play about it. Do it.
That's what I'm saying, man. You got to get the mink. You dig?
Yeah.
So, I'm feeling that. You see the slide there, the baby carriage. You know what time it is. Yeah. You already know. Yes. I'm married January 15th, Dr. King's birthday last year. This year, rather, 2023. I married my beautiful wife, and we plan on. We said we're going to take a year and just enjoy the marriage, just enjoy us. And then we're going to start working on a family. And so, in the spirit of being true to that promise, that's why you got that baby carriage there. Right next to that, right next to that, you got our current logo. And I say our current logo because we have a new one that we'll be launching next episode. We'll be launching the new one. So that's great.
Yes.
Growing my Manversations 2020 or our Manversations 2020 audience. That is going to be a priority next year. I'm going to be like a pit bull all over that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing. Next to that, something that's also very important to me. I told you, Ant, about, I have a group of IT brothers that I kind of got together, and, we're going to kind of expand our IT group or whatever, our IT help group, I guess you could call it, to try to, more aggressively put more brothers and sisters in, quality IT positions. You know what I'm saying? That's and if we can expand it beyond that, even better. But right now, since I'm in IT, my focus is in IT.
Correct.
You spoke about weapons training. We all need to be on that. So I made sure I put that up there. I'm gonna go back. I started weapons training before. I'm gonna go back and get deeper into it, and also build a weapons cache of more significance here at the homestead, because you got all this crazy shit going on out here. And then the slide next to that is just fun.
Okay.
Man, I be working my ass off out here, and I hardly ever have time to enjoy myself. My wife is always on me about that. My mom is always on me about that. So I want to make sure, for my wife and for my mom and my dad and others, that slide right there is for you. I'm going to make sure I make more time for fun next year. The next slide is also for them. Not so much my wife. I see her all the time, but my relatives and extended family, whatever the case may be, I don't talk to them as much as I should. So Auntie Chico, Auntie Njeri, my pops, I'm trying to think who else, Octavius, Louis, Bernard, Christopher, all these guys, my god brothers, real solid guys, man, that I love to life.
Yeah.
Lionel, all these guys, make sure I reach out to them more, make sure I keep in touch with them more, and just, be a more, not be so distant. With men, a lot of times we're very distant because we always focus on the grind, and that's great. But you got to make time for those people that's your day ones, man. You got to make time for those people that's important. So there's that, and then that last one there is just a map of the United States, of course. And I'm going to be doing some traveling next year, which is twofold. One, I just want to travel. I want to take some places I just want to take my wife to, expose her to some, some new things, whatever the case may be. And also we are scouting. It's traveling slash scouting. We're scouting different cities because we're thinking about moving. So those are the two things. I'm doing it for those two purposes. Thinking about moving to another city, and also, getting some just getting some more culture and some more travel experience, whatever the case may be. And specifically, we're traveling out of Florida, as I've said before in the show, because it's a little South Florida, especially. I don't know how conducive this place is to raising a family. There's a lot of ratchetness and fuckery and so forth down here in South Florida. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not, I'm just not for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids grow up too damn quick down here. You dig? So that's what's up. That's kind of where I'm at with my vision board. I'll land my plane there. Shout out to the comments. I see they were showing some love for some of the stuff I was saying in there. I appreciate y'all. And that's what it is. Yeah.
Definitely. Super dope. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Bobby, you up?
Let's go. Let's run it.
Yay.
All right. So, some of the items that were touched on from both you guys are similar to what I got cooking.
Okay.
But really quick, you're going to go through it. So first up, top left corner, I have no idea who the handsome brother is, but as you can see, he is currently fitted up with a very nice gi. He's a black belt. I believe it's in jiu-jitsu, but it looks like he has a medal. I think that's from the Pan Am Games, or it could be from IBJJF. I'm not sure, the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation. But definitely looking forward to advancing in my martial arts journey this coming year. And I want to be more active with competing. So last year I got in about three. I competed 3 times. I did my first 3 tournaments locally down here. Did pretty all right. 2 were in the same weight class. 1 was in a lower one because I did lose some weight over the year or so. And I'm grateful and I was blessed to be able to have medaled all 3 times. I came in second, made it to the finals, and wasn't able to go ahead and seal the deal. But I can definitely say each time I competed, I felt I got a lot closer. And the last one, you know, I appreciate where I got, but I'm still a little salty because I promised I was right there. I came in with an excellent strategy. I was able to wear my opponent down. I really had them. And one small mistake occurred late. I didn't have enough time to recover from. If I had about another 30, 45 seconds, I know with all confidence I could have flipped the script and I would have secured gold. But it wasn't meant to be. And I was able to make note of the fact that it was the same issue that I've been having in the previous competitions that was slipping me up. And so I know that once I conquer that, I've been working feverishly on tightening up in that area. I know once I have that down pat, it's going to be all gravy from there. So my goal is I want to get in at least 4 competitions this coming year. And I don't want anything less than gold. I'm taking the whole damn thing. That's the objective. I'm also looking to not just stay locally. So everything has been in the same area. It's been with the New Breed Jiu-Jitsu Federation. Shout out to New Breed. But I'm looking to expand and do some other ones. There's a lot of competitions here in Florida, especially in the central to South Florida areas. I'm looking at not just limiting myself to New Breed, maybe doing a couple others. I know Jits King runs some stuff in Tampa. I know there's a World Submission Grappling that actually does cash prize as well. So once I feel good, I'm probably looking to see if I can maybe go ahead and flip some ducats over there and get some paper for my efforts. But I really want to be active and really just grow as a competitor and a martial artist. And I remember one of my first professors when I first started, he said that you go to one turn, just not even competing, but just going and just being there and watching all the different actions, the different matches and everything. He said just one competition is probably equal to about 30 classes because you see so much. You see so many different people from different places, their styles, their strategies, their movements, and everything. And really, when you're in a competition like that, it's the closest that you're going to get to being in a real life, on the street situation where you're actually defending your life. Because when you're in class, when you're rolling with your buddies, whatever, it's lightweight. You're just going over stuff, really not trying to hurt anybody. You're just doing your thing. When you're in a competition and you're going all out, that's as close as you're going to get to being on the street and life is on the line.
Yeah.
So I find that you really get to see who you are, get to learn what you're made of, and just dealing with the nerves and everything else that's going on. It really does a lot to prepare you and show you who you are in that moment. So I like that more than anything else. Everything else is just runner up for me. So I'm looking to expand and grow in that regard. And I'm not looking to just stay in my own backyard when I'm doing it either. The picture next to him, that's a brother. He's out there traveling. He looks like he's in somewhere exotic that feels like maybe Southeast Asia. I know there's some spots in Thailand that look like that. But I'm definitely looking to travel more this year. And not just internationally, some local spots as well, too. I want to go out and see more of this world that we live in. I definitely make more time for self. I'm looking to work very hard this coming year. And I believe that you should play hard and rest hard just as hard as you work because uh, while it's good to have goals, it's good to accomplish them, it's good to, expand your career, to do more, to be busy. You also were not just put here to be a machine and do all that until the day you die. You should enjoy some of the fruits of your labor. You don't get, sucked up into getting complacent and just, being nothing but relaxation all the time. But you want to definitely see and get to actually enjoy some of the stuff that you're working towards and just, celebrating that. So I want to definitely be more active in doing that. That's also what the same deals with the slide on the bottom as well, or the right next to it on the beach over there. Really want to be out there enjoying and soaking up this world.
Yay.
Beneath the beach shot, just like you, Major, you see the paperbacks, you see the hardcover, you see the books.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want to be more hungry with my reading next year. I kind of slacked off with it a bit at the beginning of the year, but I really finished the year strong. I've even been so committed to being more serious about reading my books. I've gotten back into audiobooks, which normally I dislike because I'm old school. I love the feel of paper, turning pages, smelling the books. I love the smell of a bookstore or a library. To me, that's second to none. But this is 2023. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And so I found when I'm on the road, when I'm traveling for work, when I'm going from site to site and doing things, as much as I hate to admit it, it's been useful to actually have a book being read to me and listening, even if I have to go ahead and, rewind a few times to just soak some stuff in. It has been useful. So I was able to get through in the span of 2 weeks, Robert Greene and 50 Cents, The 50th Law, very good book. I'm currently on, I believe, chapter 4 now of, I think it's Richard Rothstein's The Color of Law. Very powerful book. Definitely one that's worth reading for everybody. It's a book that goes into explaining how segregation as we know it, not just in the past, but today, was really a byproduct of the government and policies that were etched and created a lot of judicial rulings, a lot of local legislation, a lot of policies at the local labor levels, whatever. Even breaking down how some of these big cities like Miami, Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, Houston, San Diego, San Francisco, the Bay Area, a lot of these places were really chopped up by design. It wasn't an accident. really goes into showing you how, from multiple levels, this thing took place. You probably want to go get, yeah, there you go, Richard Rothstein, yeah, really good book. So I'm learning a lot from it. I'm seeing a lot of different policies. I'm seeing how a lot of different things are connected to that as well too, that aren't within the confines of housing and segregation and real estate, but how a lot of other things mirror those same tactics. So great book, worth picking up. I've also kind of tag teamed, and I just also started. So I'm listening to the audiobook of that, but I'm also physically reading. Finally cracked it open. Dr. Tommy J. Curry's The Man Knot. Very powerful book. I'm still reading through the foreword, and
Mm.
it's very charged. It's very powerful. It's electric. I know that book is going to definitely go a long ways. We're trying to get a little reading group going on with some brothers as well too. I know one brother just said he picked it up and he's looking to get started. So,
Great.
and you guys are welcome to get into that as well too. We're going to see if we can really get into it. Nothing crazy. Maybe a chapter a week. It's heavy material, so it wouldn't make sense to try and go deeper than that.
Mm.
But really, just reading good books that are inspirational, fiction, nonfiction. It's about overall expansion. It's not just reading things related to Black empowerment, but also things that are relaxing as well. Really trying to build the whole mind. And reading does that for you. It lets you go different places, learn new things, but it also allows you to go to different places and see things outside of your own purview. So reading is essential to being a complete, whole, intelligent person. So looking to really up that in the new year.
Yes.
Beneath that and to the left of it, you see what it is: the greenbacks, the paper, the ducats, the cowrie, the yen, the euros, the paper.
Mm.
Definitely looking to go ahead and pad my accounts, my portfolios this coming year. I'm looking to go ahead and make some real big money moves, both where I am and also taking on some business endeavors too, looking at some things.
Mm.
Um, Very serious and intentional about the building, not just the generational wealth, but wealth here as well too. I want my descendants to benefit from the largesse that I'm accumulating, but I also want to be able to have some of that to appreciate and to make use of for myself and for my immediate family as well too. So,
Mm.
gonna look to really go ahead and explore ways on how to make my paper work better for me in this coming year, and to go ahead and expand that and add some more to it as well.
Mm.
To the left of that, got my brother there, Simeon Panda. Shout out to Brother Panda. For years and years and years, back when I was originally a gym rat, way back in the 2010s, had a lot of different people that I looked to for guidance in terms of physique, in terms of workouts, styling. And from day one, Simeon Panda has been one of the brothers that I've respected. He's been consistently in that game. So when everybody else was really starting to get on social media, YouTube and stuff, and make a presence, he was there from jump. Still has great content on his page. He's been featured in all kinds of publications from bodybuilding.com, Muscle and Fitness Magazine, Men's Health. And his workouts from back then have been very inspirational for me. A lot of programs of his I followed. His Wheels program was responsible to in large part to why my legs still have the size that they have now. Those things hurt back those days, those squats, those lunges, all those things he had me going through, but they worked tremendously well. And even though I'm not lifting like I was back then, I still feel the benefits of those. So appreciate him. But the goal is to take my physical fitness and my health to another level as well too. Nowadays it's different. I lift more for my martial arts and jiu-jitsu goals. So it's more functional strength, hip mobility, core power, grip strength, that kind of thing. But I'm definitely looking to up that to a next level as well too. Want to get stronger. Really want to put in more work in mobility, being more mobile again, not just for my martial arts performance, but for life. As you get older, it's thinking family, I'm thinking long term. It's very important to me to be able to keep up with my children when I have my children. I want to be 60, 70 years old, and I want to be able to get on the floor with my grandkids, my kids. I want to be able to dunk on my son, my daughter, blaze their ass in those foot races and the family picnics and the family reunions. Let them know
Nice.
you got a long way to go before you can touch this old man. But I want to be strong and healthy and fit for my family. I think it's important to not just leave financial wealth to your family, not just good to leave intellectual wisdom and game to the family, but I also want to leave a legacy of fitness and health to my family. You know, my mom, God bless her, she's in her 70s now. Very healthy woman, had to get a hip replaced a few years ago.
Hmm.
And she says, and I've heard her speak on the phone and brag low key about it as well. But she takes great pride in the fact that outside of the hip thing, I've never had to rush her to the hospital, never been any major surgeries, major issues. And she takes great pride in knowing that she hasn't been a burden to me health wise. You know, there's some people, and you know, your family's family, and you know, someone's down bad, someone's sick, you're there for them. But it's a huge blessing knowing that I haven't had to be camped around a hospital bed, haven't had to be chopping up with doctors about care plans and things of that nature. And I want to pay that forward to my children as well too. So health is everything to me. I'm looking to take it to another level this year. And damn it, you know what? If I can leave 2024 with an 8 pack, we gonna do that too.
There
Walk
it is.
around, walk around South Beach and Fort Lauderdale Beach with no shirt on, and I wish someone would say something to me.
There it
I'm
is.
wearing my
There.
shirt, can't you tell?
Talk
But
that
yes,
talk.
yes, sir. So that's how we're looking to get it in. Beneath that, you see the CompTIA logo, and you see my brother Harder working the lab down there. Looking to up my career as well too. I have some big goals and visions for myself for this year and the year to come. I'm getting closer, creeping on 40, and the goal is by the time I hit year 40, I got 4 years to do it, and I think it's slight work.
Okay.
My goal is to be at a point where I am completely self-sufficient as far as my career. I don't have to depend on anybody for money. I am my own boss. Looking to definitely maintain a 9 to 5 as well, but I want to get my skills to the point where I'm able to freelance on the side, and where the income I make from my side projects, I could easily just do that and that only if I want to.
Nice.
I just keep the office gig or wherever I'm at for tax purposes and benefits and everything else too. But I'm looking to be not just I'm looking to be the plug. I'm looking to be the plant. Matter of fact.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm definitely there where we can do that. I was hoping I could close out the year with another certification. Didn't happen. I think I kind of overestimated my timeline, and some things happened where I couldn't pull it off. But 2024, I'm definitely leaving the year with a few of them. So the whole year, it's going to be about a lot of discipline, a lot of making stuff happen. But we're going to get it done. We're going to make it happen. And I'm looking forward to when we do our vision boards next year at the end. I can hold my joints up and
Yeah.
do like Tommy did Martin, say, I got the draws, dog. so so we gonna do that. I'm still young in this IT game, but I've been soaking up the knowledge, the experience, and I'm at a point now where I think I'm ready to make the leap. So I'm looking to even shift gears where I am now to really jump into different areas of the field as well. The certification is going to help me do that, and it's going to really open me up to a lot of opportunities. So I'm coming after all of it, man. I'm really hungrier than ever right now. And last but not least, you got a guy there with his scuba gear on. So I am scuba certified. I got scuba certified at the top of last year. Been on a few dives. I've enjoyed it, but over the course of the year, got busy, and I ended up getting away from doing that. And I really miss being under the water. It's definitely a hobby that I enjoy greatly. It's beautiful. It's so peaceful under there, man. It really feels like you're in a completely different world, and it's amazing to know that we're on a planet where something like this is possible, where there's areas that have been largely untouched by people. There's all sorts of beautiful things around, all kinds of animals, incredible coral and underwater plant life down there. And I miss being underwater. I miss those adventures, and I'm looking. Hopefully, when I'm doing more of my traveling next year, I can do some diving in some of these exotic locations. So, get in the Galapagos, maybe do some snorkeling in some reefs in Japan, see what it's hitting for Australia. Or I heard there's some beautiful underwater life there in Greece. You never know, but I'm definitely looking to not just travel and see the surface world out here, but I definitely want to see what it's hitting for under the sea as well too. So This year is going to be about a whole lot of work, but I'm also looking to reward myself as well and to really just, have a whole ecosystem where everything I'm expelling out of me, the hard work that's pouring out of me, I'm looking to replenish it as well too. There's a couple other things that you guys mentioned as well. The weapons training, it's necessary. You got to do that.
Yes.
I'm gonna put you up into. I know of a couple places that do some training. I remember a few years ago I did this really, really dope. What was it again? It was a not automotive, but it was a. I can't remember the name of it. I knew it about 3 minutes ago. It escaped me. But basically, like a vehicle tactics course. We got to train down in the south in Markham Park. It was real decent. We got to practice doing drills, firing out of a vehicle, so firing through the windshield, firing into a windshield, understanding the mechanics of that, using vehicles for coverage, what are the most secure places to be in, how to use the land around you for tactical purposes. So it was a lot of fun. It's hot as hell outside, but we had a damn good time. I'm gonna put you in touch with them, see if you can go ahead and take some of those different courses and really get to get a better feel for what this looks like outside of a range, because it's great to be in a gun range or an arms range and you're firing the air conditioning, you have the little lanes right there, it's all organized. But practically speaking, when you have to do this thing, when it gets ugly, you're not going to have none of that around you. So you're going to need to know how to move, what things to keep in mind, so you can be the overall protector for you and yours. So we definitely going to look into some of that. Maybe we can do some group class together, whatever. But let's definitely make that a thing in 2024 as well.
Yay.
Nice.
Definitely.
That's what's up.
That's fly. That's hella fly.
Oh, y'all brothers is thorough with the boards. Okay, I got you.
That's what
That's
it is.
Oh, we don't play.
Yeah, I see. So we have Netta wants to jump in and share her board. Definitely click the link in the chat and we'll bring you up on stage and you can show your board. I have your board here. We'll put it on the screen and then you can definitely let us know in details what your board means and share to everybody out here so they can be inspired by your vision as well, you know? All right, so we'll wait for you. In the meantime, definitely wanted to get into what I wanted to show real quick. It was something that I wanted to show. Yeah, Jason Black had some words of wisdom that I think you guys. So while we wait for Netta to jump on, I wanted to show this post where Jason Black says, men, the most powerful thing your grandmother ever gave you was the example of a woman who knew how to build families. The woman you chose will either build families or destroy yours. She'll either give you strong sons in your image or weak sons who will kill your legacy. She'll either give you virtuous daughters in the image of your grandmother, or she'll give you harlots who will shame the women who raised you. Ruined families aren't accidents. They are the results of men choosing selfish women and expecting her to flip and become selfless with your future. Whoa. Choose wisely.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's heavy.
I'm not, and listen, coming from Jason Black, I expect that. And damn, the boy here, whoo, wow. I gotta post that up. I might make that my picture. God damn.
When the OGs talk, you listen. I'm tossed out of my arc. I have a whole little inspiration cache that I got, like a cache for different things. I got cache from martial arts moves. I had cache from funny stuff, whatever. But I got a cache for inspirational stuff as well too, that I just dig into, want some ideas, or I just want to remind myself of some things. Yeah. That is going in the inspo cache. That is powerful.
Yeah. Woo, boy.
You know, when you talk about building families, you know, it's no different from building a house, from building a building. The foundation is going to determine what you build. It's going to determine what kind of building it is, how tall, how high it can be built, how wide it can be, uh, how sturdy and durable is it going to be? Is it a little rinkety dink ass shed, or is it going to be a mansion, or something in between? But the foundation is everything, and the foundation of your family is the man, the woman, the husband and wife.
Yeah.
And if you got a garbage family, if you're a garbage man and you get a decent woman, it ain't gonna pan out. If you a decent man, you got a garbage woman, it ain't gonna pan out. You gotta make sure that the foundation is solid, and then whatever you build on top, the sky's the limit. So that's powerful.
That is powerful. And what I like about it so much is the insight that he's speaking with when he's saying this. The most powerful thing your grandmother ever gave you was the example of a woman who knew how to build families. Now, I'm not talking down on anybody's mama per se, but what he's saying is, in essence, because he's talking to a lot of the younger men, and a lot of their mothers, a lot of their parents generally, but mothers more specifically in this case, have failed them in the most miserable way. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, a lot of times when you want to find some of the better examples of women and Black womanhood, thorough, essential Black womanhood, unfortunately, you got to look back a couple generations if we keeping it a buck. You understand what I'm saying? If I had children right now, they would have to look to their grandmother, who's my mother. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, the older you are, unfortunately, you know, a lot of these women, they embrace this thought hoe culture. They just do. Either they have the ones who soft shoe do it, or the ones that's just hardcore balls to the walls with it. You understand what I'm saying? But in some way, shape, or form, they embrace it. And if you're one of these people, let me make sure I'm clear on this. If you're one of these people that's out here all mealy-mouthed and meek, and you know, you sort of kind of criticize it every now and again because you don't want to offend nobody, you know, and you got all your little minions that, you know, go out there and, you know, they support you and they get in your little bullshit amen corner. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't call them out. You don't call out the behavior. You are part of the problem. You dig?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, you know, whatever pretentious action you put forth to make it seem like you down and you trying to make a difference. You ain't trying to change shit. You just trying to be popular. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And when the order of the day regarding what is popular is the fuckery that we have to deal with out here. You understand what I'm saying? And that is what you're supporting. Even if you're supporting it in the slightest, you're still part of the problem. Correct. You understand? You got the damn vice president of the United States talking about how she listens to Cardi B. What the fuck is wrong with you? No. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? That's not anything you should be doing. You know, and no one should have to tell you that. You got this really weird energy out here where, you know, you have the older women who are supposed to be wiser and should have, you know, some more knowledge and, you know, some game to pass down. They're emulating what the 19 and 20-year-olds are doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're up here, you know, on Instagram flashing people. I saw Tamar Braxton on Instagram last week, you know, with her top off, holding her breasts, and, you know, she got on this fishnet. Who wants to see that? Like, what are you doing? You're an elder at this point. You should know better than that. You should be showing these young girls what not to do. I was appalled. Shit, what are you doing? You know, and I don't mean to just pick on her because it's not just her.
Yeah.
It's this weird culture where, like, all of them are on this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh. And then, you know, when you talk about the fact that there's no men in their life, not no real ones,
Yes.
to give them any type of structure and direction. Oh, now you're sexist. Now you're a misogynist. Shut the fuck up. Listen, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit, you know, if you had a respectable man in your life, nah, you wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Understand? You'd be too busy. You wouldn't want to disrespect him, first of all. You know what I'm saying? And you would, you know, probably have more respect for yourself because, you know, a lot of women, what I'm seeing is this constant need for validation because they don't have it at home.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that just, I mean, it's just run amok at this point. You know, you got them just doing any and everything out here. And, you know, he speaks, you know, even more forcefully going forward, talking about how she'll either give you strong sons in your image or weak sons who will kill your legacy. We've seen some weak sons out here lately, haven't we? I'm not going to go into it. I'm trying to let the young man, you know, but we've seen some weak sons out here lately.
Oh, yeah.
You dig? And
Oh,
some would attribute that to the type of mother he has. You know, well, hell, it's not even only one person. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are, you know, when you examine Hollywood, you know, and I say Hollywood not because I'm into the celebrity worship shit, but because I see the Hollywood people, famous people are the only people that I know, you know, Bobby know. Everybody sees this person. They're very visible. You understand what I'm saying? And you got a gang of people, you know, who they're famous and they have wealth and all this type of stuff. And, you know, they go settle down with some harlot, like Jason Black said. And, you know, for whatever reason, their son's coming up and there's all type of questions to his sexuality. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this should be etched in stone somewhere.
Yeah.
He hit this one out the park. You know, and she'll give you harlots who will shame the women who raised you. Ruined families are not accidents. And this is why I be on top of people all the time.
Yeah.
Ruined families are not accidents, bruh. This shit don't happen. Oh, oops. And your family just all over the place. And, you know, y'all out here acting like a bunch of goddamn, you know, untamed zoo animals. It don't work like that. You know, and we really black men in particular. I know, you know, the ass looks good in the shorts, you know what I'm saying, or the ass looks good in the tights, whatever the case may be. Brothers, we have to learn to leave the trash outside. You understand what I'm saying? Same with sisters. You know, a lot of sisters be, you know, hugged up with these dusty dudes, and you know, you want to have, you know, babies by him and whatever the case may be, and you want to go on social media and rant about how he cheated and you did all this for him, and you got Thought Nation out here getting angry at people because he cheated on you, like that got shit to do with us. Not saying any names, but you know, it's like, dude, you got grown women out here cussing grown men out that they don't know because this dude cheated on their favorite female rapper. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, really? You know what I'm saying? But just to say, you know, that also applies to the women. You know, you're a good, quality, solid, decent person who's got yourself in order. You need to make sure that you go out of your way to do the proper vetting. You know, I'm going to say it. And bring in that type of person so that you can build a family together. You understand what I'm saying? And you can have a life together and you can raise your kids to be the best they can be.
And I got the perfect meme and video, and then I'll let Bobby take it from there.
Bet that up.
So the meme is sometimes being a good man isn't good enough. You have to know when it's simply not a good fit and move on.
Right. Real talk.
Right?
Real talk.
Men, you got to stop forcing it. You got to stop forcing it. If it don't add up, y'all got to get on that wave and just leave it outside. Like Major said, leave the trash outside and keep it moving, keep it pushing. And this is not to go against, we're not men that's out here badgering women, because every time we try to say something about something, it comes off as badgering against women, and that's not the case. Because you even have women that would tell you.
Relationship and an honest relationship with your partner.
Like that. Live like your grandmama and your granddaddy.
I can live like
You
you.
see how your grandmama and your granddaddy live? Live like them.
You don't get relationships like that no more.
Yes, you do. Because it's in your blood.
Well, how about you help me find a husband?
Huh?
How about you help me find a husband? I need me a good old one. I need him about 60 years old.
That's all. It doesn't matter. It ain't the oldest. It ain't the youngest. It's the treatment. It's not the oldest, Amber. It's not the good-looking one, Amber. It's not the one got money, Amber. It's the one honest.
And not too many of them honest nowadays.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. There's some good men out there. But what it is now, it's the women. It ain't the men no more. The women going bad. The women going bad. It ain't the men now. It's the women done gone bad.
You gonna flip the script on us?
Yeah.
You a woman yourself.
I'm a woman myself, but I don't do half the things I see these women do now.
They don't care no more.
Because that's when the men don't respect them.
Oh.
That's why. Let me tell you something, Amber. You got to give a man respect to get respect.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? You got to give your husband respect to get respect. Because as long as you respect him, any.
All right. So she
Hey, don't cut Granny off.
Hey, she was cooking.
Respect your elders, young man. She wasn't finished. Put her back on.
Okay.
She can close us out.
The video ended right there. All she said was, she just said that there's good men out there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't much after that. She just ended it with, "It's good men out there."
Listen,
you know, it's you, it's the women. The women are out here with the foolishness.
Shut your mouth and keep on talking.
You listen.
Yeah, she said that she's seeing shit that she like, the shit y'all doing. We would never do no shit. It ain't the men, it's y'all.
Listen.
And one thing I think a lot of people didn't take from that video is she tried to get her on that feminist shit. Like, hey, you're a woman. Why would you even go against us? You're a woman yourself.
The girl gang thing.
Accountability is accountability. I ain't gonna sit there and pump some bullshit in your head. No, it's women. I'm a woman. I'm telling you, that's some fuck shit. You know it's bad when a woman, an elder, is telling you, nah, y'all on some bullshit.
Yeah. And they're not the only ones, bro. Let me tell you something. I talk to my mom all the time about this. And I tell these little chicken heads all the time they got a problem with me. Because I'm a little, you're a little nicer than me, and I think Bobby's a little nicer than both of us. Me, I don't give a fuck. So you know what I'm saying? Like I was telling, I tell them.
Catch me in a bad mood. Catch me in a bad mood. I'm worse than you, bro.
Hey, bro, let me tell you, I was having a little back and forth with one of these, chicks this week, well, a couple of them, and they, was talking all this bullshit, whatever. Apparently. The world is going to be destroyed because Offset cheated on Cardi B. Whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm sitting up here listening to these grown women legit angry at men and talk about how men ain't shit and y'all this and y'all that. And I ain't did shit to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about, y'all and men? And this is one dude. One dude who had a problem with one woman. And she out here saying, oh, XYZ, blase, squaze, this, that, and the third happened. And we don't even know. Because let me keep it a buck. I've been accused of being unfaithful before. And I never was. You know what I'm saying? But you couldn't tell this monkey that was calling me unfaithful that, you couldn't tell her anything because she convinced herself in her mind that I'd been unfaithful. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't even know if that's the truth. You're in your late 30s, early 40s, out here going off half-cocked, snapping on everybody, being disrespectful, being, you know, ghetto and whatever the case may be, because you think that somebody cheated on Cardi B. First of all, how old are you?
Yeah.
You know, don't you dare somebody say something about your Lord and Savior, Cardi fucking B. You understand what I'm saying? Oh God, that's sacrilege. Fuck out of here. Like, really? You know,
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
I'm just saying, like, I'm listening to these people in disbelief, because if you ask them who their state senator is, they can't tell you. You understand what I'm saying? In fact, ask them what's the purpose of the midterm elections. They can't tell you. You understand what I'm saying? They think that the president is a dictator. They don't even understand how the Senate and the House works. They don't know.
Dude, you're asking for way too much. I keep on, and I made a solemn vow to myself, and I'm gonna keep my word. I'm a man of my word. I keep promising that every time the moment calls for it, I'm going to bring this up, because I don't think this is fully understood in people's minds yet.
Okay.
It has been reported. They have done this. They've done the studies. They've done the research. It has been reported as of 2018. I don't know if they've updated it yet. I suspect it might actually slide backwards as opposed to forwards. Mm-hmm. The average literacy level of the average American adult is at a 6th grade level. You are dealing with people as a whole who have the education levels. They were only able to pay attention. The brain was not able to get beyond 6th grade. They're in the same boat as the average middle school student at best.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
So of course the most they can do and comprehend and properly digest is what Cardi B and Offset got going on, or Krishan and Blueface. Of course, that's what's governing the day-to-day discourse. I'm trying to remember the saying. I think it said large minds discuss large minds, like intelligent minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, and mediocre minds discuss people. Perfect example.
Real talk.
Perfect example. That's why the gossip chit chat is so prevalent. That's why they harp on that. And if you notice, most of that gossip, it's seldom anything positive. They're not gossiping about good, positive things. It's gossiping about stupid crap. Who cheated on who? I can't believe it. No way. That just can't be. I wouldn't put up with them if that's what. Of course, it sounds like that.
Let me
talk about politics and upper level.
Let me make sure I draw this distinction right here for the short bus kids. You know what I'm saying? I really want to make sure I draw this distinction, because they like, you be talking about celebrities, you be doing that too. No, dumbass, I don't talk about celebrities. I'll take a situation that involves celebrities and I'll use it as a proxy. I'll do one of two things. I'll use it as a proxy to discuss a larger issue, or I'll have a conversation and create a dialogue about the influence of said celebrity over the people in general, let it be a positive one or a negative one. That's not the same as caring about celebrities or talking about celebrities.
Object lessons. And
you dig? It's not the same.
I got my Harry Potter cloak on. Hold on. Object lessons and case studies.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's the difference.
My God, they don't get it. They think that you're talking about celebrities and just gossiping just like them because you mentioned a celebrity. I never salaciously just mention a celebrity just for the sake of doing it. You know what I'm saying? But shit for brains in them, that's what they do. So they're not able to make that distinction. So you know, you got to kind of break it down, you know, to the point where we're having positive and constructive conversations around, you know, what it is these celebrities do, and, you know, talking about their impact on society, and, you know, taking whatever situation who cares if Cardi B got cheated on by Offset? I don't give a damn. But if there is a larger lesson to expand on, you understand what I'm saying? Okay, you know, we can talk about, for instance, like I just said, people making assumptions, you know, about things that aren't true. You know what I'm saying? We can expand that conversation. You know, hey, you know, this information is being put out here, you know, and there doesn't seem to be really any proof. She hasn't even said that she has any proof of this, or whatever the case may be. And we can have a conversation about men being wrongly accused, or, you know, being accused with no proof of things, you know, which they did not do. And, you know, or celebrities coming out, you know, making accusations about, you know, whatever said thing, and getting people in a frenzy because of it. It makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense to me. Even if he did cheat on her, it's unfortunate. I have a zero tolerance policy for cheating. You understand what I'm saying? But a bunch of grown women in their late 30s, early 40s, some in their 50s, getting on the internet, being legit angry, creating these 5 and 6 page long threads talking about this, just dragging this man, all concerned with this woman's personal business. What is wrong with you? That's not normal. It's not. You know what I'm saying? That's not normal. No. Normal, intelligent adults don't behave that way. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to talk about it, have a dialogue, that's fine. But these people legit getting upset, cussing people out because they don't agree with them. What are we doing?
Wild
and
stuff.
we've seen weird stuff like this before. Let's not forget the last time when Travis Kelce first started dating Taylor Swift. Y'all remember when all these pro-black sisters started getting mad, going to the internet? They was ready to burn somebody's house down because Travis Kelce, a white man, decided he was going to date Taylor Swift, a white woman. And he left that beautiful black girl, that beautiful black queen for this white woman. What's wrong with him? Why are you laying claim to Travis Kelce? Let Travis Kelce do him. I don't care that Travis Kelce started dating Taylor Swift, but the reaction to him doing so from these adults, it was insane. It was insane, bro. Like, and again, when it comes down to something that's really substantive, something that people should really know about, they can't tell you the first damn thing about it. But they get all emotional and involved in this bullshit. I mean, they all in it. Really? And we wonder why we can't get ahead. Just saying. And Mila Renee's commenting. We got some comments coming in. Oftentimes the old bitter Bettys use UT shoot subliminal messages to men who left them, or just say anything to avoid accountability. You damn right. You damn right. You damn right.
Correct.
Any and everything
Correct.
to avoid accountability. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? My God. Old and young, to be honest. Those are feminist in woman face. You ain't told no lie, Mila. Hey, that's another thing. We may gotta make sure. I was trying to do it this year, but we gotta some people we gotta have on next year. We had some great ones this year. Mila Renee is definitely at the top of that list for next year. I know Sister Peru. That's another person. Sister Charmaine James from Lock Sanity. Definitely want to have her on. My brother.
Please.
Yeah, what happened?
No, please get man.
Yeah.
We trying to work on Daphne.
The official brand of me. I've been rocking with man.
Sanity. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a
She probably know my address by heart. Matter of fact, I gotta re-up on some stuff right now.
Real talk. The stuff is good. The stuff is good, bro.
It slaps every man. Look, I'm about to be the
Yes.
official spokesmodel for Lock Sandy. I'm telling you, man.
Real
Everything.
talk,
Sorry,
bro.
we off task, but yeah.
No, it's good, man. It's good. You know, that sister, she got come on. Some other folks that I've known for a while and that I've talked to, whatever the case may be. Our brothers from Majestic Group. I went to their event just the other day. These are guys that I used to promote with back in the day. Pangea Thursdays at the Hard Rock, and they had a bomb ass Christmas party. We just went Friday. And they were telling me, hey, man, we rock with Manversations, dog. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to come through, man. He showed me the area. Like, hey, man, we can have y'all right up here in the VIP, film in front of a live audience, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? We rock with y'all and what y'all doing, and we want to do that. So that's another thing for next year. Like, the venue is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And the venue's already kind of there, you know what I'm saying, for when we want to, when we want to rock, we work out all the particulars, but we had a little conversation about that last week. So just the FYI, I didn't tell nobody that because it
higher
just
and higher heights.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Higher and higher heights.
Right. No doubt. And prayers out to brother Virgil King is talking about someone that was in an accident. Santa.
No.
You run into the comments. That's why I didn't put it up. It's kind of like holy.
I don't know what that was.
You was about to read it out and be like, "Yeah, Santa broke his legs." And
oh my God! We'll pass it out.
Virgil, the whole entire fool, man. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you, brother. Appreciate you up there in Manchester, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
And let me put this out there too while I'm at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I just want to get this out there because it's on my spirit a little bit. So all my woke, not broke. I was gonna say brothers and sisters after that. So all my woke brothers and sisters out there, stop banging on Christmas. Just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop. You may not celebrate Christmas. That's cool. You understand what I'm saying? But most Black folks do. You know what I'm saying? And y'all getting in a tizzy and getting riled up and banging on people and, insulting people because they celebrating Christmas or whatever is a bad look. You know what I'm saying? You celebrate Christmas by default anyway. I got 2 days off from work, an extended weekend. You got time off. Everybody else is celebrating it because people invite some family over and, they put on an ugly sweater and eat some ham. It's not the end of the world. So love y'all to life. I understand some of y'all have legitimate reasons for not rocking with Christmas. Okay. No problem with that. No problem with you. But it's some folks out here just going after people because they celebrate Christmas or whatever the case may be. It's like, bro, that's not how you win them over. You know what I'm saying? I'll just put it that way. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just leave it there. I'll land my plane there. So I don't know, man. Have y'all seen a lot of that? I've seen a lot of that this holiday.
No.
I've seen more in previous years.
Yeah, I've seen it die down.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I will say is this on that. I'm not gonna carry the point. There's no point in doing so. But what I will say this is I get why. Because there's a certain level of attachment that some people have to, I wouldn't say Christmas, but the holidays anyways.
I get that.
And some people have where they just really get divided and really they lose focus. And I can understand that. My philosophy personally on it is there's no magic one way or the other for it. I can guarantee you that there are people who don't celebrate the holidays and every bit not as on task and focused as they should be as those who are celebrating. And you have people who celebrate those holidays and they're still laser focused, they're on track, they're not getting things confused or twisted, they understand what's real, what's not, and they're, operating accordingly within that anyways. My thing is this, is if a person's focused, they're going to be focused. And a day or 2 or 3 out the year they're celebrating isn't going to take any momentum from that. Whereas there are people who would be distracted no matter what the case is.
True.
So like most things, I'd say it's on a case-by-case basis. If you see somebody solid who's got up a Christmas tree or something, that don't mean that they sip it on the Kool-Aid. when you see somebody that's, no colors, no festivity whatsoever, that don't mean that they all on board either.
Real talk.
So stop trying to cheat and find slick ways or easy ways of identifying who's where they should be and who's not. Like always, the work's going to show itself. The work has always been, the yardstick has always been foolproof. The work doesn't lie. Who's consistent and who's not. That's what's going to tell the tape. So, all I know is for me, I'm wishing a Merry Christmas. And as soon as the next day passes, I wish everybody a joyous Kwanzaa and Sabari Ghani for everybody.
No doubt. No doubt. And that's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I get that a lot of our brothers and sisters are, like you said, kind of drinking the Kool-Aid. They kind of, you know what I'm saying, their head is underwater. And, they kind of on the other side. I get it. But like you said, just because somebody got up a Christmas tree or whatever, doesn't mean that they, are conformist. And because, it's because they got on the ankh don't mean they down either. It's not about that. It's really, really not. And a lot of us, we gotta stop. We gotta start looking at the commonality that we have with other Black folks and focusing on that. There's any number of things that I disagree with very, very, uber intelligent Black folks about. You feel me? Disagree with them vehemently on certain things. But, as long as we can agree on the main things and they're not jumping out the window, you know what I'm saying, for white supremacy, whatever the case may be, or, not doing anything that I can readily identify as cooning or doing something that's harmful to Black society, I'm cool with them, and we need to really, really do that. That should be one of our goals, in fact. You know what I'm saying? To try to find more points of commonality with other Black people, whereas, we can work together instead of, in many cases, inciting pointless bickering that leads to nothing. A lot of us had these circular conversations that go nowhere, but, these brothers that we're having some of these conversations with, these are valuable brothers and sisters out here. You know what I'm saying? There was a brother that I had a slight disagreement with a few months back. Anthony could tell you, Anthony kind of, got in and mediated a little bit, whatever the case may be, and I was, you know what I'm saying? I was hot because of something he said, but, and was like, yo, but dude is a thorough dude, X, Y, Z, blase, squaze, and he's doing this and he's serving the community like this. And I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Let me ease off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let me chill. Because again, some of the people that we bang on and we ready to go at, they're people who are really out here doing the work. They got to be very careful about, not going at those people in such a way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody take that into the new year with you. You dig? Definitely. Everybody take that into the new year with you. Go ahead, man.
And I want to definitely talk about this. I think it's very important. Our next generation is very much our future generation. And we're not really focusing too much on our future generation because we're so blindsided by the BS that our children aren't being developed the right way. And a lot of times we have very, very talented children and we don't take the time to develop them in their critical stages before we hand them off into a pre-prison system, which is called school. And a lot of times, a lot of these children drop the ball because it's not that they're not smart enough, it's that you didn't prep them for what they are into or going into. And I feel like a lot of times, I used to see parents be like Google Gaga and talk to their child like adolescents, and I'm like, nah, talk to that child like an adult, because they might not know it right now, but when they get familiarized with the big words and the conversation and the dialogue, you'll be so quick. You'll be surprised at how quick they pick up that knowledge, and then they're talking to you, and you're like, yo, this child is grown. Yeah, because you're not talking to them like a toddler. You're talking to them like a grown person. They can commute and compute
I
with
think that's
that,
what's
and now
sense.
they can talk to you in that manner. That's why you have certain children in our community that's graduating college at the age of 14, and you have other children that is being retained in high school up to 21. You know, the difference is what you push into your child. And I wanted to show you a video real quick, right? And I want to show you the two difference of how your child can come out, right? So this first one, I want to show you how intelligent this child is, right?
Yeah.
And then the next video is going to show you the mindset of other children around this child's age. All right.
Open.
You said what?
Chuck E. Cheese is open.
How did you get that on there?
I pressed this little circle right here. Is Chuck E. Cheese opened?
Chuck E. Cheese is open today from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Here are the hours for the rest of the week.
And this is open.
You said what?
Chuck E. Cheese is open.
How did you get that on there?
I pressed this little circle right here. Is Chuck E. Cheese opened?
Chuck E. Cheese is open today from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
All right.
Wow.
So a very talented, very gifted. Like I told people before, my nephew,
Man.
before he passed away, my nephew was teaching me stuff on the iPad I didn't even know was even exist on the iPad or compute on the iPad. And these children are very, very articulate and very smart. So you lying to the child end up Googling that Chuck E. Cheese is open. So I'm hoping that the grandmother was like, "Golly, all right, come on, let's go. We're going."
Yeah, take that baby to Chuck E. Cheese immediately and feel shame the whole day, boy.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I want to show you this other video, and then you guys can definitely comment on it. All right.
Yeah.
And I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, "So are you going to have a husband?" And she said, "Nope." And I said, "Please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married." She said, "Because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support." And then she said,
Wow.
"Why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs." And I said, "Well, if he's too bad to be your husband."
If he's too bad to be your husband, then
Wow.
why are you procreating with that?
Wow.
So the mindset is if you ignore these children and you let them just do what they want to do and follow the sexy reds and all of this, and you're constructing them to be in that limelight, and that's their hero, they're going to have that mindset like that. Or you get your child at a young age and you say, "Man, this little girl was creative enough to press the button and find out through Siri that I was lying." So now you say to yourself, "Okay, let me buy her books, A Private Investigator. Let me show her some shows that can be kid friendly, that show detective shows, and get her in the mind frame to enhance her abilities that's already there." So you have 2 different outputs of children based on what you're feeding them. And I think going into the new year, we have to tap back into our children. I remember back in, I want to say 2017, I posted up a article about the young man who was 13 years old who ended up getting a deal with the NBA through his bow ties. And one of my Facebook friends saw the post and he was like, "You know what? I've been sitting on this money and I really never thought about investing it back into my children." And it inspired him to do so. So a lot of times, you present things out there and people will realize like, damn, you know what? I need to invest back in my children and do so. So yeah, man, I feel like in 2024, we definitely have to invest more into our children and protect them in that way, because the way the world is turning, they pretty much going to have to be entrepreneurs and to find a way to maneuver through this matrix of a society that we're going through now. Otherwise, from that, we're going to be back. I'm thinking that they're trying to throw us back into physical slavery. That's just my thoughts.
You might not be too far off, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm keeping it a buck, a lot of these cats out here, a lot of these niggas out here are plantation ready. If we're gonna keep it a buck, I mean, look at the type of shit they gravitate to. Look at the type of if you are a Sexy Red fan or a Sukihana fan, you are plantation ready. You understand what I'm saying? If you're a fan of all these drug addict rappers, and not even drug dealers no more, they're just straight up junkies. And all they rap about is drugs. You understand? Drugs, promiscuous sex, you understand? And just living irresponsibly.
Yeah.
You plantation ready. You are a coon. Straight up and down. And I've been just a little too nice for too long. You know, I kind of try to tolerate people because it's like, okay, you know, if you like, maybe if you just like her songs or his songs or whatever, you know, I have my guilty pleasures. I like a little nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I do. You understand what I'm saying? But at some point, you have to look at the damage that they're doing to the community with the type of shit they're putting out. You understand? And you have to relinquish yourself from indulging in that shit. You have to pull yourself from it. You got to wean yourself off of it. You understand? Like I was making a post. There was a post that was made earlier this week talking about how, you know, the Amaho rappers of today are so much more damaging than the gangster rappers of yesterday, and da 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 da. And I'm like, what is this nigga basing this on? You know what I'm saying? Like, because listen, I'm the first to tell you, you know, yeah, these Amaho rappers of today are garbage, but the quote unquote gangster rappers, I want to make sure I draw this distinction. I'm only talking about the real gangster rappers, you know, that talk, that glorified violence and the destruction of the community, because there are some that did that, and then there's some gangster rappers that really talked about some real shit, but because white people own the media, they just kind of group them all in together. You understand what I'm saying? And they call it all gangster rap, and they talk about some of them, you know, the white media calls Public Enemy gangster rap. That's not gangster rap. You understand what I'm saying? And there are some rappers who really, you know, were talking some real shit, and it's just hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to listen to for people who don't understand it, but they were speaking some real shit. And some of them gangster rappers will talk about solutions. Shout out Scarface. Scarface was a profound, it's one of the most profound lyricists of our time. Very underrated. Scarface, Tupac, whatever. But you know, when you start talking about some of that just, you know, pointless, useless gangster rap, and the Amaho rap of today is one and the same. I remember I was criticizing, you know, some of these Amaho rappers, and, you know, supposedly intelligent sister started talking about, well, how they, at least they ain't talking about killing. What? Do you hear what they're talking about? You got not even just little girls, because people always go, oh, they're damaging the kids. They're damaging the kids. They're damaging people your age too. They're damaging everybody, because stupid in, stupid out. That's what I'm seeing. These people who have a constant diet of Cardi B and reality TV and hanging out at the strip club. I mean, you know, they don't really produce anything positive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to beat up on my cats that like to hang at the strip club. I'm really not. But if that's all you do, you understand what I'm saying? And if that's all you watch and that's all you listen to, stupid in, stupid out. And I said what I said.
Or those your outlets.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember I saw on IG, I think it was two weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I can't remember the brother's name, and I hate that. But I think it was ESPN. They showcased this ball player. I think he plays for Minnesota. I can't remember who it is. Some brother. I think he's a sophomore or something. And I mean, he plays in the NBA. Man's a multimillionaire. And he showed took a tour of his mansion, literally his mansion, and dude has a huge, stupid, crazy, wild collection of Legos. That's his thing. That's his hobby. And I'm not talking about like the little 4x4 play sets that you get for your little nephew or whatever to put together. I mean, dude has like huge, gigantic recreations of the Star Wars TIE fighters.
Yeah.
He's got all kind of dope collections, like little actual models of construction sets. He has this huge life-size mural of himself that he made by himself out of Legos. Dude is talented as hell. He's got like a little mini studio set up by his porch. It's overlooking the water. It's gorgeous. Dude got like a whole little Bob whatchamacallit, the painter dude, Bob Burnquist type little studio right there with Legos.
Yeah.
This is his passion. This is his hobby. It's his thing.
That's
Dope.
G.
Great outlet for creativity, for art and everything. Dude's real thorough with it.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of supportive comments. But what irritated me, and I gotta watch this, maybe it's because I'm getting older now, but certain things are starting to irritate me.
Yeah.
Again, that used to go off my show, and I got to check that now.
Yeah.
But what was getting to me was there were some comments from people talking about, man, this is a virgin activity, man. You know you don't get no pussy, man. I'm like, this man is a multi-millionaire. Dude is like 6'10". He could take your chick by flexing his pinky at her. And you talk about he gets no pussy, he's a or this is virgin activity?
Oh my God.
Now if he had every single Madden or NBA 2K that came out from the inception, he'd be a real nigga.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
If there's all kind of pictures of him at the strip club blowing thousands a night,
right.
BBLs and dope fiend broads all twerking on him, he'd be a real nigga. If he had a driveway full of cars, he'd be a real nigga. Mm-hmm. But because he has his quiet hobby, he ain't out here getting in trouble. He ain't racking up baby mamas. Nothing dysfunctional. Right. Just a brother enjoying his quiet hobby.
Right.
He's lame.
So I'm just saying, bro. Like, and this
is we have to fix it. And those are the same ones that, like you talk about, the Cardi B, the Sukihana, the insert drug addict rapper on top of it right there. Those are the ones.
Yep. Sipping on some scissor.
He's his name is Miles Turner, and he's the
thank you,
player of Indiana Pacers.
Okay,
the center. He's 6'11".
Mm-hmm. Okay, I thought his team had a blue, so probably Navy. That's probably what I was seeing. But
Navy and blue, Navy, blue and yellow.
That's right, it is Navy. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, shout out to Miles, man. Big respect to that brother. Awesome collection, man. That takes a lot of hard work and dedication. If I had the time, I'd get some working with Legos too, because that stuff, models, period, that causes you to focus, man. Yeah, that's one of the things I like about doing those things. You got to focus. You really got to be dialed in. You got to have a vision and see what you're putting together. And it's always dope when you create things, no matter what it is. It's awesome to be able to hold in your hand something that you've made and say, I made this out of nothing, whatever it is. I put this together. That's really rewarding.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah. And let me just go ahead and put it out there, man. Because at the end of the day, very much like the pick-me's are attacked. You understand what I'm saying? The decent guys are attacked, and the nerds are attacked. You understand what I'm saying? See, I've always kind of been a low-key nerd. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just smarter than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it was. And I didn't hide from it. Like, I would clown people on how dumb they were. Like, and I'm talking about, I was in the city. I was going to Brownsville, Floral Heights, and I used to bang on people for the type of stupid shit they did when I was a kid. You feel me? And I had no shame about it. I would beat the hell out. The difference in me and other nerds is I would swing on your ass. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, I learned that from my mother. I remember when I was a small child, I was fighting with this kid outside, whatever. I ran in the house crying. My mom chased me out that house. Like, if you don't go beat that nigga's ass, I'm going to beat yours. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she was not playing. And I wanted to beat his ass. The only reason I didn't want to beat his ass is because she was telling me I was getting into too much fights before. Her and my stepfather at the time was like, but shit, what do I do? So, long story short, 45 minutes later, after I finished beating his ass, I was a changed man, and I've been that way ever since. But don't get it twisted. I'm still a nerd. It's very low key, but I get down with the nerd business. I'm open about it because at the end of the day, nerds are the people who really run shit. Think about it.
Truth.
When these dummies, when they can't figure some shit out, who they call? The nerds.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? When they don't have the overall intelligence, I'm gonna just keep it a buck, to figure certain shit out, they call on the nerd. They pick on you any other time except me. They don't pick on me, but they pick on all the other nerds. And I used to get in fights in school over that too, because they be picking on the little skinny Asian kid, whatever the case may be. I've never liked bullies, man. And we as a group, as a race, we have a problem. Like you said, Bobby, we prioritize the wrong shit. We glorify the wrong shit. You understand? And so this guy, like you say, he's peacefully, working with his Legos, this, that, and the third, and people making fun of him, kiki, ka. But like you said, if he was doing something destructive, he'll be a real nigga. Listen, I'm telling you, if y'all out there, don't worry about what these corny ass, because the people who be talking, this person's corny, that person's corny, that person's corny, they are the corniest people in the room.
Yeah.
Shut.
You understand what I'm saying? What is cornier than having 6 baby mamas? Really? Unless you got 7, 8, 9, 10, and you ain't never been married. And you out here talking about how these hoes ain't shit. My baby mamas ain't shit. But you got a baby from each of them. And it's 10 of them. What does that say about you?
In the room.
What does that say about you?
In the room.
You dig? So, do your little weird shit. You got your little weird quirks, your little stuff you like. You like anime, whatever. Dude, I'll tell you right now. I just got me an Optimus Prime not too long ago. Because this is my joint right here. This is my guy. Okay, I just got Optimus Prime because it was the size of it was just crazy. It's crazy. And then it transforms real dope, whatever the case may be, because I'm a Transformers head. I'm an 80s cartoon head. I get down with it. Got Megatron down there. Got Sideswipe over there. I got a whole bunch of these shits.
Okay. I see you.
I do this.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But it doesn't make me any less knowledgeable. It doesn't make me any less thorough. It doesn't make me any less of a good husband, a good son, a good brother. To my brother, when he decides he wants to come around, allow me to be a brother, it doesn't make me any less of a good person. You understand? Any less of a good servant to my community. And it sure as hell don't affect me what they say, that he ain't getting no pussy.
Yeah.
Nigga, don't get me started. You understand? So I'm going to just put it out there like that. You know what I'm saying? I had to chill. I'm married now. I'm out the game, but I'm married. You understand what I'm saying? I have a beautiful woman who loves me for who I am.
Yeah.
And we do, grown up things. So no, that's not what that means. For the goofy nigga out there, speculated, that's not what that means. You can have female attention and all that type of stuff and still have your nerd quirks and all that. And I'll land my plane there. I could go on all day.
Absolutely.
I did want to highlight the brother from Detroit Lions, who's now with the New Orleans Saints, Jamal Williams, who was very infatuated with Naruto. Naruto, is that how you say it? Naruto?
Yeah, Naruto.
Yeah, so you remember he used to have the headband underneath his football helmet during games. And he was ridiculed by his teammates, but he didn't care. He was glad to portray and push out that he was a nerd, even though all his football friends would think that he was weird, because they weren't used to seeing a guy be so caught up in anime more than going out here with sex, money, and drugs. So it threw them off in a different direction. And I love that. I love this guy was out here living his truth and he didn't care about anybody. And you need more people like that to stand on their square and not be ashamed of something that is part of you and that's very positive and, you know, self-healing, self-care attributes of you, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. We had a wonderful show tonight, man. Definitely loved it. New people joining in, please make sure you guys stick around for 2024 because it's gonna be so much lit stuff, man. We got so much different people coming on here, different topics. Man, it's gonna be super dope, super dope. But I did want to say thank you guys for tuning in during this late night, especially Christmas Eve, when you could be, you know, tied up with your family, but you wanted to take the time out to get this great knowledge before heading into the new year. Thank you for allowing us to show you our vision boards, and hopefully you guys make vision boards for yourself as well as your children. You know, like we just displayed a little girl who looks like she's about 6, 7 years old, who is very advanced. You know, sit down and do a vision board with them. Vision boards aren't just for elders. It's not for grown-ups. There's vision boards for children. If you guys remember the flyer that I posted, there were 5 children in the flyer holding up their own vision boards.
Nice.
I remember when I was in a relationship with my ex, and we used to do vision boards with us and the children. Everybody has goals, whether you're young or you're old. Everybody has goals. Your goals might be different. You know, the goals of achieving as an adult is going to be different than the goals of a 7, 8-year-old or even teenager. You know what I'm saying? So do it. It's a family event. It also builds structure. You don't have to send your children to the army to get in structure. You can structurize your children at the house by doing things like this, you know. So just getting to the mode of, you know, being more with your family and getting them to do activities that are very healthy and will end up in the long run helping them out tremendously. All right. So with that being said, we definitely want to get into the crown check for the night. The crown check definitely hits home for Mila and Aman. This is somebody that they have been around doing great work in the community. So we definitely want to give our crown check to this young, I want to say this young lady, you know. And that young lady is Miss Lynetta Hale, right?
Okay.
So Lynetta Hale is our crown check this week. She is a humanitarian. She's been out here doing multiple work for the community. She's been winning accolades. She just won this accolade 2 years ago, 2020 Boss Honors, Boss Up Network, you know, humanitarian nonprofit of the year. She's had this local event just a while ago, December 23rd. And this was a program for the grandparents raising their grandchildren, you know. So they did an event for that, gave them toys, had the grandparents coming out with the grandchildren. It was just such a lovely, lovely event, and it was very successful. And it was so successful that it ended up making the news. All right.
Leadership Academy, with the help of veterans of 4 wars, Houston spent their Saturday helping others. Both nonprofits spent their day giving back to grandparents who are raising their grandkids full time. Their mission, making sure they have everything they need for a wonderful Christmas.
It is so important that we honor our grandparents because once they go ahead and they raise their kids, it's not for them to travel, retire, and do things. Not to come back and have to raise grandkids. And some of my grandparents here have 4 and 5 kids that they have to raise. And some of them in their 60s and their 70s with little bitty kids.
Santa Claus, along with our Devin Clark, even helped pass out gifts. Another cool thing, each kid received new clothes for shoes for Christmas, courtesy of John Marsden with Houston himself.
Nice.
All right, and I want to give another video. You guys might know who this person is.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Lanita. Enjoy your special day. And also, thank you for all of the hard work that you do in the community by feeding homebound senior citizens, veterans, and the homeless, and also victims of domestic violence and human trafficking. We need more people like you in the community. Again, happy birthday.
Wonderful.
All right, so you all know that's the famous Anthony Anderson giving her a personal shout out.
That's great.
She definitely
Shout out
doing
to that,
her
brother.
thing. And she also, they also did this, it was an update. When you make yourself available to help others, you will be blessed. This young lady was homeless on yesterday, now has a permanent home. Thank you, Annabis Gun Club, for always supporting. Nick Bezel, thank you for packing all the items up to her car to now move into a new home with her children. And like I said, we had Annabis Gun Club here with Amon. Brother Amon was up here giving us great game on how to defend ourselves. The Annabis Gun Club is an organization not just specializing in guns, but also doing the work of the people, doing the community work. They are the village. They go out there and they helping and making sure that our village still are anchored up with great support. So shout out to their whole tribe, man, and shout out to our queen check of the night, Miss Lanita Hale. All right,
Andy, yes.
So with that being said, you guys can close us out tonight.
Yeah.
Love y'all, brothers. I know y'all brothers is doing things, man. I appreciate y'all for, being with me every night for the past year. I know I've been a bug in y'all ear, but I appreciate y'all.
Cap.
Cap. Listen, man. Listen, I'm honored to be here, man. When I got the call, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, you was doing this or whatever you want me to be a part of it, still sharp and steel, man. And you a class act, man. You A1 out here. Your face good in these streets, bro. We respect you. We appreciate you. And we value you. You know what I'm saying? And the same with you. Same with you, Bob. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way that this came together is exactly how it was supposed to come together. And this is the most perfect version of how this, could have came to fruition, in my view. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And going forward, we're going to grow this 1,000 times over. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be crazy. And I'm looking forward to all of the service, because that's how I look at this. I look at this as service. I look forward to all of the service that we're going to be able to give people, because more so than anything else, I think, Anthony, you spoke on this on one of our shows. You were talking about the most important thing that we need right now is the paradigm shift, the correction of the behavior, the code of conduct, getting ourselves together, getting our collective minds right. That's the most important work that we have to concern ourselves with right now. We have a lot of other things that we can do, and we can walk and chew gum. We can do more than one thing at once. But the most important thing is that, we remove ourselves from the state of insanity that a lot of us are in currently. And, we really start to focus and rebuild our communities and rebuild ourselves and approach life differently, rebuild Black families, and so forth and so on. All of that stuff goes hand in hand. And if you're really paying attention, you know, we talk about that every week and we give you solutions on, you know, where to go to do these things, how to move, so forth and so on. So this show is important. You know, it's not just something that we do for fun. It's cool, it's fun, I enjoy it. Yeah, sure. But the work that we do here is important and it's necessary. And we're discussing solutions and presenting them to our community. And we're one of the only, you know, shows that's out here doing that if we keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about people who are large and nationwide and worldwide, or we just talking about people locally, we're some of the only people out here that are doing that. You know, and we actually know what we're talking about and what we're doing. And so, yeah, I'm glad to be counted in that number, brother. And I just say, let's keep going.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well said. Likewise, man. I appreciate that. Likewise, I admire you guys as much as you guys admire me. I admire you guys 20 times more. You guys have been solid brothers. Go ahead, Bobby. I just wanted to add that in.
No, you guys said everything. Definitely kind of be an honor with you, brothers. Definitely hold you guys in high self-esteem, in high esteem. And you've been out here for the longest. We go back ways. Major, you've been that dude for quite some time. And definitely we've gotten to know each other a whole lot better, especially once we've made this undertaking. Feels like I've known both you guys forever in the best of ways. And just positive, solid, just legit lighthouses for Black manhood and Black masculinity. And I'm very honored that I have you guys to call on and to count in these different endeavors. And, you know, I've felt very often, especially with all the different things I've got going in my own life, trying to make sense of things, different plans, goals, and tasks. You know, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way about a lot of respects. Like, you want to do so much, and it feels like there's not enough time in the day. There's not enough of attention span to go around. There's not enough of you. Sometimes it feels like maybe if I had 3 or 4 additional knees, I could finally probably do all the different things that I would love to jump on. And so sometimes I feel like I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul with myself with some things. And one of the things that I've really wanted to do a lot more is to really give back, to really do more to do my part to shape the culture, to be that influence, to be that voice out there. And that's probably the one area, if I'm being honest, being transparent, that's the one area I probably feel like I've maybe taken from the most, the one that I've done the least with. And I've done more in the past. And the last several years, it feels like I really fell off of that. So I definitely see this as my small way of doing more. But because we're able to have this reach, this impact now, I feel like it's able to scale up and we're able to get out there more. So even if I don't necessarily have boots on the ground like I want to, and that will change as things go on, as things develop and things advance. But right now, this to me means a lot. I don't take it for granted. I think it's an honor. I believe that everyone has a right to speak, but not everybody has the right to be heard. So if there's anybody out there that finds value in what in what I'm saying, who am I, the least of anybody? That's an honor. That's a privilege to me. I don't take it lightly. And for me, that's a huge responsibility. And I try to be very, very mindful of what I say on this microphone, on this platform, with the understanding that people do look up to us. People do listen to what we have to say, and whether they let us know or not. There are people that definitely respect what it is we say, and I can see the difference in some people. Like, you know, I can feel like the respect factor, and it reminds me, you know, stay on your square, stay on your platform, be about business. And so it motivates me and inspires me as much as it humbles me. Because again, I'm just a Black man on a screen, as far as I'm concerned. But if there's anything I can do to make a difference, I'll be damned if I don't make the most of that. So thanks for having this genius idea, Ant. Major thanks for partnering. Thanks for extending me the invite. And again, I'm really, really, really looking forward to what the year holds and where we go from here. We've done a lot already. Opportunities will make themselves available to us, and wherever this ride takes us, I'm locked in, baby. Let's do it. Manversations 2020 to the future, and let's continue to mold the culture.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely. I appreciate it. Remember, think big, bitch. Think big, bitch. Remember, Manversations 2020. We're definitely going bigger next year. We will have events. We will sit down and collectively create an event. Like I said, we're gonna have Brother Cope come through some of these events. We'd definitely love to have Amon and Brother and Queen Mila to definitely maybe do a virtual thing where we can have them on screen, because I know they're in Houston, in Texas, I should say. So if we can get them through virtual, that'd be so dope to talk to the people in the vicinity of the event that we're having. So we look forward. We definitely want to do event. Also look forward. We're going to be into a space with all of us in there, chopping up on topics and sending that out as part of the platform. So it's not just virtual. You guys will get the full podcast like how everybody else is doing it. And there's different events that we're probably getting ourselves into, sponsorship with different events, co-signing and co-collaborating with other people with the Manversations logo, the new one that is going to be used from Major. So we got so many major things coming for next year for Manversations. So it's only going to get bigger and better. Thank you guys for the initial ride, because with that initial ride, now we are strengthened up to another level that you guys are going to definitely see. So remember, next week, we don't have a show. The next show is beginning of next month, which is the new year, and that's January 7th. All right, so next, from today to that time, we want you guys from Manversations to be safe. Be with your family. Make sure that you're protecting them, guiding them, because we're still in the holiday season and things will get a little crazy and things will get a little hectic. I don't go out on New Year's Eve. That's my ritual. I don't go out on New Year's and 4th of July. It's the easiest way for somebody to kill you, and it'd be hard for the police because they don't know how to differentiate through gunshots and fireworks. So just be careful during that time. If you're going to church, make sure you're leaving at a time where a lot of bullets aren't up in the air or a lot of noise and ruckus has died down. And make sure that you make it home safe with you and your family, all right? So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much, and we'll see y'all next year. Peace.
Yeah. All right.
Merry Christmas. Joyous Kwanzaa, everybody. Much love.
Yeah. Christmas and Kwanzaa, whichever you celebrate.
And a
And a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Love our ancestors.
That's right. Yo, it's
All right.
crazy. All right.
Peace.
On the album, we do things like songs that are a little, what we call sexy. You can see from the title, it's more of a love album.